Now, what if I told you that a company came out with a plug-and-play adapter that allows you to connect up their batteries right into EcoFlow power stations? Well, right here on the table, I have that adapter. This is a plug-and-play adapter made by WattCycle. Now, I have their batteries here on the table and their adapter, and today we'll be testing with the EcoFlow Delta 3 Plus to see how well it works. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at the WattCycle adapter cable. So on this end that plugs into the power station, you have the XT150 connector. And then on this end, you have two ring terminals that connect up to a 48-volt battery. Traditionally, the EcoFlow expansion battery port is disabled. In order to activate that, you can see on the WattCycle adapter, there are two communication pins. There is a 1K resistor installed in this adapter cable. So step one of connecting everything together, the batteries and the power station both have to be at 100% state of charge. So charge everything fully up before resuming to the next step. Step number two is making sure everything is powered off. So I really like that the WattCycle batteries come with these covers, because look at this, you can completely cover up the terminal to remove any sort of risk of. So as that's turning on, what you can do is you can enable the switches on the battery. So what we're going to do first is we are going to do this breaker first, and then the final switch is this one here. You can see 0.7 amps is going out of this battery and 0.6 amps is going into this battery. So they are equalizing, but you can always keep an eye on. So I've turned the heater up to high mode. You can see we're pulling about 1400 watts now. And if you look at the power station screen, it's showing 99% state of charge. So now we are pulling power from the battery itself, and the estimated runtime is about 7 hours, which adds up for the total capacity of the system. Now moving on to the next test, what if we charge the power station with solar? I have 500 watts of solar connected up to the solar charging port, but we're only charging at 365 watts. So it's been a little over an hour now. The power station's at 100% state of charge, and it's also stopped charging. So let's take a look at the batteries to see what they're at. Okay, so take a look at that. We are at 100% on the top battery. Now, if we look at the bottom battery, it's also fully charged at 100%. Now, one of the main benefits of this particular battery from WattCycle is that it has a 3 amp active balancer, meaning that it can balance the cells out much better than a traditional BMS. You can see the balance current right here at almost 3 amps, but a traditional BMS can only balance at 30 to 500 milliamps. So this is balancing 6 times faster, which helps get all the cells equalized. So moving on to the final test, I want to make sure the power station and the WattCycle batteries can do a full discharge and charge cycle. So I'm going to be using this 1500 watt heater with this watt meter to see how much usable capacity we can get as we take it all the way down to 0%. And then we'll make sure that it can fully charge everything back up. It's the next morning here. The power station has turned off. These batteries are at 0%. So it looks like everything was able to discharge all the way down. And if we look closer at each of the battery screens, they are also fully charged. So yes, you can do a full discharge and recharge cycle on this, and everything seems to work just fine. Well, this is the EcoFlow Wave 3 using this plug-and-play adapter. Well, let's find out. Let's go ahead and plug it in. Okay, moment of truth. Let's flip these breakers on. And it does seem to be working just fine. Wow guys, being able to run the Wave 3 directly off a 48 volt battery just because we have this plug and play adapter.